In this special beginners festive belly dance class, we're going to enjoy dancing lots of the movements that we've explored together this year. We're going to pop them together into some sequences, some that you'll find quite simple by now, and some that are going to really challenge you, so you can get a good idea of where you're at in terms of your own personal development within the art form, and just so that we can have fun. Let's have lots and lots of fun shimmying it out and dancing with these movements that we've been learning. I'm also going to talk to you about the format going forward. If you want to dive into some really full-on courses in belly dance, I'm going to be providing that for you right here on our YouTube channel. Do make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be informed when everything that we got coming up. Super exciting. We're just getting started online and it's an amazing journey. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. Coming into your basic stance, let's spread out through our toes, relax and release down through your feet and your ankles, bend through your knees, tuck your hips under neutral, lift through your rib cage, bring the shoulders forwards and up, back and down, bring chin back, crown of the head to the sky, tailbone to the ground, deep breath in, and as you breathe out, here we go, fueling the muscles as we use them. Let's bring Olaf onto our hip. We're gonna slide through. Get that hip slide going. Whee! Olaf likes warm hugs, and so do I. Sending you a big hug. Woo! And then let's take that up into the upper half. Whoa. So we're going to use that anchoring technique that we've learned to really keep the low half nice and steady here. I'm going to slide through rib cage. We're going to bring that energy all the way down and through. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, into hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. Rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, yes? Do you remember that circle of the hip? We're going to bring the hip out to the side. Now if you want to, you can lift and lower through your heels, picking up a little dip through there. It adds that nice festive bop. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse. 1, 2, 3. Wow, how was that for a warm-up? Woohoo! That's amazing. All right, let's have a little look at that movement that we had known as the camel. We're going to just start to bring in an element as well now of traveling within the dance. So let's start off with that slide movement that we had. So you're going to slide your hip and step as you slide. Step and slide. Wow. Nice. You could bring that fluid arm movement all the way through into center. We're going to lift up through ribcage now. Roll the movement down through your spine. Use each of your individual abs. Bring your hips into neutral. We're going to lift up. Roll down, knees bend, hips tilt, lift up, roll down, knees bend, hips tilt. Try the other side, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. You could stay at the speed that we had, or if you would like to, you can make that a bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Now, if you feel ready to, so you can either continue on with that, or if you would like to, you can have a little shot, just try. We're gonna lift and roll down. Nice. Lift, roll down. Let's try a little bit faster if you feel. Lift, roll down. Step, 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 roll. Nice. Let's try that again. This time maybe a little bit faster. Do you feel? Do you feel? Oh, let's try. Let's try. Step, 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 step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You could travel it round in a circle if you want to. You can make a figure of 8 shape in your travel. Nice, coming into center here. We're gonna drop through one hip, then through the other. Drop through one hip, and then through the other. We're gonna utilize this movement in a moment. But first of all, I wanna just open up through the hips, get you in to motion there. Let's come back to that camel, 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 camel. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Woo! Wow! That was so beautiful. Well done. Here in our live class, it is all going on. It is all going on. Everybody looking super festive and having lots of fun. All right, if you're joining us on this catch-up class on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Leave a little note in the comments and let us know how you've been getting on with your learning of the art form online. Drop, drop. If you've been following on with these classes for a while now, let us know. What's your favorite movement and what do the classes really do for you? What do you feel you're benefiting from the most? What are the benefits that you feel? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, for everybody who is joining us here live, we have the added benefit of being able to really socialize and interact together and see some of the faces behind the names that pop up in the comments from time to time. And we got a really supportive little community. We've been here for each other. Well, for some of us, I mean, I've known some of you for well over 10 years, maybe nearing 15. Wow. That's how long we've been dancing. But online, really only since about March, April. So it's so amazing to meet lots of new people all around the world as we're enjoying this venture into online classes. All right, so we're gonna drop through one hip, drop through the other. Drop, 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 drop. And as you probably know by now, if we take that same movement pattern, speed that up a little, that brings in this element of shimmy. Use that anchoring technique that we have. If you're not sure what the anchoring technique is, if you find the beginner's belly dance playlist, go back maybe a couple of classes or so, you'll find within there that anchoring technique really broken down. From here, we're gonna add into this a circle motion. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Incidentally, whenever I'm choreographing something, I always just let the music guide me. So if sometimes there's words come to you, I always think, well, use that to your benefit. The piece, I think when you get into tune with the music, pardon the pun, but if you tune into the music that way, choreography can often write itself. But the ability to really freestyle, for me, that's where my heart is at within the art form. That's the roots of the art form. So we took that then, so we had that combination 1, 2, 3, 4, circle around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle around. Then we went into figure of 8. This was horizontal. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. Let's do that twice more. 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. Figure of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can add arm variation. Into camel, travel forwards, travel back. Wow, we can begin again. We got drop, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. 1, 2, 3, 4, circle, hip, around. Figure of 8, 2, 3, 4. You could vary the speed of that, the size of the movement. Going into a camel, you could do that on the spot, or you could travel with it. We're going to go into a hip drop next. Make sure your hip is tucked under. Drop flick is an option. Other side drop. Ooh, drop, drop. Oh, I have to try and not kick Olaf here. Drop, kick, drop, kick, drop, kick, drop, kick. Hips in neutral, use pelvic floor, relax through your back. Into center. Wow, help yourself to some hydration if you would like some. That was really amazing. So whilst you have a little spot of hydration, let me talk to you about what's coming up in 2021. That sounds super futuristic, doesn't it? Well, in 2021, we are going back to the future. So we are going back to basics. We're going to build it up. And then we're going to go even deeper than we've ever gone before in a beginner's class. It's going to take you all the way through into elements of improvers. If you want to dive into a full-on course that is very in-depth, some might say intensive, although I'm not so keen on that word because I think it implies some sort of efforting and strain. But you get what I mean. It's going to be really, really deep. And that's going to be there for you as a progressive course on this channel if you would like it. So, now you're back from your hydration. Muscles are refueled. We're going to enjoy a series of shimmy combinations. How would that be? All right, here we go. Start with shoulders. So being entirely inclusive in everything that we do here, we are Little Egypt Studio coming to you from Scotland. We're playing Christian carols with Middle Eastern rhythm. The studio is filled with gorgeous, gorgeous artifacts from all around the world. And dancing with us, we have men and women of all ages, shapes and sizes, from all cultural backgrounds. Let's try a hip shimmy now. Let's start with that. Start to build it up. Use your anchoring technique. So yes, whatever you classify yourself to be, whatever you identify with, know that you absolutely 100% belong with us. Woo! Our little family is growing every day. More and more friends from around the world who enjoy dance, fitness, and wellness joining us for this riot of fun. Let's try this one here. Wow, amazing. Would you like to try now a Moroccan hip shimmy? Give me a big thumbs up if you would like. Yes, let's do it. So this one here, we're gonna twist through the hip, forwards and back. So you're gonna anchor through your upper half. Use those 3 sets of muscles. Can you remember what those are? Twisting forwards and back. That was little town of Bethlehem, said Annie. Yeah. So we're gonna bend through the knees a little bit more here. Lots of people find this beneficial, particularly since the majority of the population have an anterior tilt of their pelvis. What's that, I hear you say? Well, let me just say, it's when your hip does this. So we're gonna tuck it under, use pelvic floor muscles to do that, relax through your back. Now we're gonna shake and shimmy it out, bringing the hips forwards with this twist. So it's twist, 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 twist. Let me show you from the reverse direction. It's nice to work with the shoulder shimmy with that as well, because they both work on the same plane of movement. So they're both horizontal shimmies. So you got shoulder shimmy there, and then you got hip shimmy down here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow! Next up, I'm not even sure if we've done this one in the beginners class yet. No, I think we touched on it earlier this year, but we don't do too much of this one. The choo-choo shimmy. Why do we not do so much of this one? Get you thinking about that. Why not? Okay, for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize the visualization. Use your imagination. The desert is absolutely boiling hot. It's red hot. And you don't want to step on that for too long. You want to just step on that just enough to keep you upright and balanced. So it's tiny, tiny little steps. Here is where it's totally okay to be a baby seagull. So we're gonna step, 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 step. And then at the same time as that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring this bending of knee. Now, at first this feels a little bit weird because we don't tend to kind of go around like this, but I want you to imagine that you kind of taken a sheet of paper and you folded it over and over on itself, back and forwards, like as if you make a fan. Or like you got harmonium, like what's that other word for harmonium? Can't think. But you've got this sort of concertina effect going on. Because it's exhausting, said Annie. Love it. Well, actually, that's partly true. But the other reason is because you have to be very, very careful of your knees. All right, so I want you to imagine that your ankle joint, the knee joint, and the hip joint are like a piece of paper that you're folding and lengthening out again. And what is that instrument called again? So anyway, so then this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be increasing the angle in each of these joints and then decreasing the angle in each of these joints. And you're going to be doing exactly the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. It's a nice knee shot, isn't it? You're welcome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like the shimmy we did first there, basic Egyptian with the feet flat on the floor. But we're going to be doing this with the baby steps. So you're going to lift through your heel just a little, and then you're going to step, 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 step. Now we're going to release the hips and allow the hips to swing at the same time as that. So it actually looks like this. Four, 3, 2, 1. Wow! How did you do? How did you get on with that movement? Tricky, huh? Tricky, tricky. So another thing that we're going to... accordion. Of course! Accordion. Thank you for that. Yes. Yeah, so you're kind of moving your legs there like an accordion. You're making it bigger and smaller like an accordion. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so another thing that we're going to be looking at next term in the beginners class is basic rhythm, the musicality that goes along with belly dance. Basic rhythm, I'm going to show you a couple to start with, and we're going to build on your knowledge and understanding and your ability to dance with them. Alongside of that, of course, will be things like Saidi, which is an entire dance style, I guess, all of its own. Traditional folkloric dances, we're going to add in aspects of that into your belly dance because they are so good at deepening. Let me turn this down for one moment. We're going to move on now. Give me 1 second while I find this piece we're after here. So we're going to have a look at some of the figures of 8 that we had just to finish off with. So the figure of 8 through the hips. We can make that a little bitty smaller and faster. Make it really slow and big if you want to. knees up top. So this is the horizontal one. We also have the vertical figure of 8. Let's come with that now. So we can bring it up and over with the rib cage. Up and over. Down into hips. Wow. That's stunning. Beautiful. Doesn't it feel gorgeous as well? And you're really drawing that energy back into hips. Really growing that sacred life force energy. Feel that burning bright. Into center. Coming down with hands in those beautiful circles. That was stunning. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Take your footing nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to come across to one side. Lengthen through. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, let's take it across the other way. Deep breath here. As we breathe out, coming back to center, let's roll the shoulders back. We're gonna bring one foot out in front, bring it all the way around to the back. We're gonna lift up, grip on, bring your knees together, tuck the hips under, bring them forward. And then really feeling that gorgeous release through your hips, through the hip flexor. This is a really good stretch to do before we go into holidays. Deep breath here. As you breathe out, gently release the foot down towards the ground. On the other side, coming out the front, bring it round towards the back, lift up, grip on, knees into alignment, tuck the hips, push them forwards, bring that foot in. Really releasing through the thigh and through the hip flexor. I'm standing on my skirt there. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, release that foot to the ground. Bend your knees, extend, bend, extend. You can bend deeper down, this time unwinding all the way through. Bring your hands down towards your hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Strike a pose. Woohoo! Thank you for being here and happy holidays! If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.